friends, it's Anna here. Today I'm going to show you how to create a fun page using my kids from HipKid Club. It will be my first project created with those kids, and I have a very cute picture of my younger daughter. She just lost her tooth, and I'm going to create a layout with the picture of her. It was like maybe 3-4 days ago, so I am working with a very hot stuff. I am going to create a colorful page that matches the personality of the 5 years old, and I'm also going to add a title, Dear to Fairy. I just lost my first tooth, so I want it to look more, fairy tale like. I started with a white cardstock, and I'm going to create this ray kind of a pattern using papers from the Make It. And I started with this very cute paper with rainbows. It's one of the Amy Tangerine's Sunshine and Good Times collection papers. It has a bird on the other side, and I'm going to combine it with papers from Pineapple Crush collection by Heidi Swap, and this paper is from this collection. And as you can see, I am measuring the papers to create the ray pattern on my page, and I really love how it turned out, and I think I should reach for ray patterns or longer triangles much more often when it comes to my pages. And as you can see, when you rotate the paper a little bit, it's not big enough to cover the whole 12x12 background, but it's okay. I will cover this part with my picture so it won't be so noticeable. And this gorgeous paper, it's my favorite one from all the Make Kids paper, is an exclusive paper designed by Kimberly, and I just love it. And it has two pretty sides, so it's really hard to decide which side I should use, but with this paper I wanted the colorful part. And I love those colorful scallops. You can fussy cut them, create a kind of a own pattern with them, but I like them like this on this page. As you can see, I am combining colorful patterns with more solid patterns like rainbows, pink, and colorful scallops. And this is what I was going to go in my page, so only this side should have rays, but after I added a picture, and now I'm just creating a frame under my picture using one of the Pineapple Crush papers. I decided to repeat the pattern of the rays on the other side of the paper. You will see it in a moment. And I also used my Silhouette Cameo to cut out those funny swirls. I don't know how to call them in English. And I used a Pineapple Crush paper, and it has one solid pink side, and the second one is with those, I would say, bigger dots, so you can see both sides of the cutout. And this is the part I was talking about. I'm going to add a small part of rays on the opposite side of the picture, because I felt that this page is lacking kind of a balance, and I will start with it. So I will have a big white gap between the patterns, and there will this will be the part where my title will go, and I'm using the same patterns that I used on the opposite side. So once again, the scallops, solid pink, and the rainbows. And I think it was a good idea when it comes to the composition of the page, and it makes it more whimsical, colorful, and I like how it turned out. And as you can see, those are the patterns and colors I chose, and before I will glue them down, I will add a piece of cardboard beneath my picture. It was adorable. The courier just went, so I had to turn out the voice recording, and I am back, and I'm gluing down the triangles on the other side of the composition, and I am also ready to glue down the picture. But before I will glue down the picture, I want to arrange those funny swirls let's call them swirls. I don't know how to name this pattern in English. And I'm just going to add a few drops of glue behind them because I don't want them to lay very flat. I want them to raise, create kind of a dimension and texture. And this is the part when I already did it. I cut out, no, I didn't record the part of gluing them down. And to be honest, I was watching a movie on the Netflix, so I kind of feel like I did it in a very chaotic way because I was distracted watching the video, watching the movie, not the video. I usually watch YouTube videos of my fellow scrapbookers, but this time I got distracted by the movie, and it wasn't a good idea to watch the movie because I was more attracted to the screen than I usually am when I am watching YouTube videos or process videos of the scrapbooking. I don't need to check the screen constantly, but with the movie I had to because I was missing all the action. And on the big white part of my page, I'm going to create a title using both stickers. Those are those pink that I created a Tooth Fairy inscription, and I am also using those fun stamps from Pick Me Up collection by Paige Evans, and they are included, I think, in the Project Life kit. And they are so versatile, you can create so many titles with it or funny backgrounds. I just use colorful inks in pastel colors to match the color scheme of my page. And I will add Dear to Theory, and the other part will be I just lost my first tooth, and I will stamp the date under the tooth. I was going to make something bigger, and I was even looking for some fun quotation on the Pinterest that goes with the Tooth Fairy, but I didn't find anything funny, and I just thought that this title will also work good with this picture. It's all about recording the memory, so really don't have to be any fancy poem or quotation or something like that. I'm using different colors with every letter, so you can't see all of them because it's just too bright, but they are there, I promise you, and you will be able to see them on the close-ups at the end of the video. I didn't line up the stamps, it was more like a random stamping. I just tried to keep things more or less in lines, but I didn't have any lines on the paper. It's just, you know, the kind of a random stamping, and I just measure by eyeballing it if the letters will fit into the space I'm going to add them. But if they weren't going to fit, I would have to, well, try to fix it somehow. I didn't have idea of that, but well, if I would make a mistake, I would have to think of something creative how to cover it. And usually the layouts with the mistakes I made and the attempts to cover it turns out really, really great. And my title is ready. I still have some space on my layout to embellish it, and I really love those rosettes, how to call them in English, kind of cotillions maybe. And I left the whole part with embellishing my page for you, so this video will be a little bit longer than usual, like 15 minutes. Usually I try to fit video into 10 minutes because I wanted you to see that this is not like I do not struggle with embellishing pages. It's not like I take an embellishment, I find a perfect place, I glue this down, and I'm happy with how it turns out. No, it's not like that. Sorry for the noises of drilling. I have 2 years of construction site behind my wall. Maybe you won't see it, you won't hear it, but if you do, it's not me, sorry. I don't have any influence on that. And as you can see, I am running through embellishments. This is the Good Vibes collection by Symbol Stories. It was included, I think, in the embellishment kit, and I have those tiny florals that I want to include into my page. And I also added some of those brush strokes. They are from this set from Creative Devotion by American Crafts. It's a item created for Bible journaling, and you have 4 crosses on this double-sided sheet of transparent stickers, but you can easily turn crosses into the pluses, I would say, and all the other elements are neutral. They are not connected to any kind of faith stuff, so it's just a perfect stuff for mixed media look. If you don't make mixed media, if you are afraid of mixed media, that's why I chose few of the brush strokes. But as you will be able to see it later, I removed them and I kind of changed an idea. And now I'm going through Sunshine and Good Times ephemera pieces from the main kit, trying to combine them with my picture. I found this cute camera and the rainbow and the strawberry and this purple journaling spot that I tucked under my picture, and I'm going to use it writing a journaling, but you will see it later. And I am also going to use this rainbow. I think it matches this fairy tale kind of a theme, and I have rainbows on my pattern paper, so it's just a perfect match. And I'm using a 3D foam squares to add a little bit of dimension under my rainbow, so it won't lie flat. I also arranged the flowers, but it's still something not working here, and I started with writing the journaling because this is something I was sure I want to place on the layout, and I don't have a pretty handwriting, and I usually do not like to write on layouts on the spots where this is a visible. I usually like to hit tags or maybe write the journaling on the other side of the layout, so you have to turn it to read what it was related to the layout. And then I was going through this sticker book by Amy Tangerine. It's from the same collection, the ephemera pieces I used, and I like the butterflies, maybe moths. I'm not sure what kind of creatures they are, but they are pretty. And after I placed some of them, they are the transparent stickers, so you have to be careful with placing them over a very busy patterns because they will just be lost. And this is the moment when I change my mind when it comes to brush strokes, because I found more rainbows in this sticker book, and I thought I will add them, and I unglued the first brush stroke. Then I added the second rainbow, and then I thought I need more rainbows, and I unglued more of the stickers. Luckily for me, I didn't press them too much over the page because maybe I had a feeling it won't be permanent, but I usually do not press stickers too hard until I finish my page. Then I just wander around with my hand over the page pressing the stickers, because still I have time to change my mind if I'm not happy with how it looks. And I have those enamel dots I wanted to place over the page, and then I realized I still have one brush stroke sticker on my page, and I glued it too. And then I have this big white spot that needed some kind of embellishment, and I thought that I will add a butterfly, and it was a good decision. I like it how it looks much more than with the brush strokes, and I will use brush strokes on my other pages. It won't be wasted. I added it to the sticker sheet again, and they are ready to be reused. And here are the close-ups. I hope you like the page, and if so, leave me thumbs up. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for watching, and don't forget check the HipKit HipKit Club site for more inspiration. Bye bye!